Yes, my name is Allrad Krijger from the company FRAKnoise, and we made an instrument which is called the Melancholytron. Actually, it's not an instrument because I wrote a book. I will show it to you. And this is an introduction into melancholy. So I made pictures, and stories, but at the same time, as we can see here, it's a manual.
Okay.
So when you buy the book, you get the synthesizer for free with it.
It's really a fine book. It looks for me, it reminds me on the 20s,
Yeah.
the Bauhaus design.
True.
And I like this instrument, and I saw there are many people who want to play it.
Yes.
And it's not a synthesizer from a technical kind of hearing, but from feelings, I would say. Is that right?
Yeah, you can put it like that. It's sample based, so I made a lot of samples. I have a huge collection of synthesizers and instruments at home, and I recorded them, and for every key I took a separate sample. But I didn't post-process in the computer. All the processing is done before it went into the computer.
Okay.
For example, I recorded on tape or on a how do you call this, a dictaphone.
Yeah.
And I used, of course, some filtering and maybe even modular synthesis, but everything before the computer. Computer just for cutting samples and putting them in the instrument.
So normally when we play a synthesizer, it has a very cold sound.
Mm-hmm.
And this, your instrument, has a sound which really puts us into feelings, the feeling of melancholy.
Yeah.
Could you describe it or give us an example for melancholy?
Oh, yes. Well, when I was thinking about melancholy and the state of mind it is, it's sort of a slow state of mind. So it comes slowly, and then it's sort of not really there and not really not there, and then it sort of goes away. And that's very different, for example, than joy, which comes in peaks, like
Absolutely, yeah.
very short, also much less.
Yeah.
And so that this thinking process I applied on the sound design when I was making the sounds in the synthesizers.
Yeah.
So they're all a bit slow, they're all not stable,
Yeah.
and that's why it sounds melancholic. And I think it also sounds warm because I did sample each key separately. So
Okay.
you don't lose anything in transposing the sample.
Yeah.
That's also a thing.
And on the synthesizer there you have, for example, attack, decay, sustain, release, and you give them another names.
Yes, they all have their own names. They have the names what they actually do instead of the technical name.
Yeah.
For example, there is a function which is called waiting.
Yeah.
So when you turn that and you press a key, you have to wait a while until the sound is really there. Other people have a tendency to call it attack.
Yeah.
I think attack is something for wars.
Yeah.
But I call it waiting.
Yeah. Normally attack is a kind of signal processing.
Yeah.
The signal takes its time to get louder, and we see it on an oscilloscope, and then we say that is the attack.
Yeah.
But we don't register what we hear, and we hear it's getting louder, slowly louder.
Yeah.
And this is what you describe. Yeah.
Yes, you just have to wait until it's there.
Yeah.
And the same with linger. So the sound when you release the key, it sort of slowly goes away. It lingers a bit. It's not immediately gone. Other people call that release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your book? Can you
Show, for example,
show?
one
Yeah.
story. Oh, this is an interesting story.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. It's a fish.
Story about a fish
Yeah.
that has been caught by a fisher boat,
Okay.
and it's in the net together with all its siblings and other fish, and then suddenly it's taken out of the net and thrown back into the sea,
Okay.
and then it wonders, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
So that's the story.